Welcome back. One final point before we go tonight. So let me get this straight. The man arrested in New Mexico yesterday for possibly murdering his 3-year-old disabled son was training 11 other children of his to be school shooters. The children were being kept in squalor. They didn't have food or fresh water, and the sheriff said they looked like third world refugees. The man who was training them to be school shooters is a Muslim extremist, according to the sheriff. And the man's father is an unindicted co-conspirator in the 1993 World Trade Center bombings. How exactly did the liberal mainstream media forget that part of the story when they reported this news? It's not just a compound in New Mexico. It's a jihadist compound. It's a terror training camp. This man isn't just a religious extremist. He's a Muslim extremist. He's not just some man. He's the son of a would-be terrorist imam who tried to bomb the World Trade Center in 1993 and tried to kill Americans. There, I fixed it for you, liberals. Why is it so hard for liberals to say radical Islamic terror? If this were a white supremacist compound, it would be all over the news. And you can bet the mainstream media wouldn't be calling a white supremacist compound just a compound. The mainstream media wouldn't be calling a white supremacist training kids to be school shooters just an extremist. If the extremist were the son of a KKK Grand Wizard, you can bet the mainstream media wouldn't have forgotten to mention his parentage. But funny, when the extremist is an Islamic extremist, when he was training his kids to commit crimes in the name of jihad, when his father is a radical imam who tried to kill Americans, the mainstream media doesn't care to tell you the truth. As if it's offensive to peaceful Muslims to say radical Islam. Actually, when the left suggests that it's offensive to Muslims to say radical Islam, that insinuates that the left thinks all Muslims are the same. Is that the message the left is trying to send? Maybe the mainstream media and the left would be better served if they actually investigated the crime that had been committed and investigated which political figure is tied to this crime. Because the Muslim extremist who was arrested for possibly murdering his 3-year-old son and was training his 11 other kids to commit school shootings, the father of this man, the imam who was an unindicted co-conspirator in the 1993 World Trade Center bombings, Women's March founder and liberal darling Linda Sarsour praised that very same imam in 2017, saying he was, quote, her favorite person in the room and that he'd been, quote, a mentor, motivator, and encourager of hers. But you mainstream media folks, you go ahead. You keep lying to people. You keep twisting the truth to suit your liberal agenda. People don't trust you anymore. And this is why. And that is my final point. You can reach me on Twitter at Liz_Wheeler. If you liked the show, please send me an email at oann.com/contact. In the meantime, catch us here tomorrow at 9 p.m. Eastern. And until then, have a good night.
Want to see more videos like this? Click on the link below and subscribe to One America News on YouTube, and call your cable provider and kindly demand that One America News is added to your lineup. Call and subscribe today.